episode 10. We're doing our episode on dealing with stress. We actually just finished a workout, so we're gonna get back to that momentarily. So this is only gonna be a couple minutes. So dealing with stress, I mean, obviously working out is one of them. There's many different ways. There's lots of ways that are like clinically proven, so we're not professionals, nothing like that. So we're just gonna get into it. So let your boy Matthew get into the notes.
You know, I always come with my credibility, my notes. You know, I come with them hard facts because, you know, everything about me is real. So, but yeah, today we out here at Mission Beach, just having a good ass time. Yeah, just came back from riding bikes. We was walking. So, you know, there's plenty of ways that you can just get out and get active. Like, one of the main problems I would say with like today, or like most people today can agree that, like, you know, health is like a contributing issue that we can relate to stress. Like, you know, how your body is like dealing with what you got going on is definitely going to affect your mood, your mental, like the things, you know, it all comes down to like what you're putting in your body, what you feed your body. Because like, as they say, I think we all heard it, like the body is a temple, so you should treat it as such. So like, you know, you can't be scarfing down the McDoubles and the fucking the Whoppers and all that other you know, you got to eat better, you got to eat clean, you know, get some rice, get some vegetables, some fruit. I remember I was talking to this girl once and she said, oh no, I don't like vegetables. And that's the last time I saw her. That was the last time I saw her. I ended it after that. When I knew she wasn't eating no vegetables, I knew, yeah, there was nothing for me. But
wow.
Give
I
a
barely
little,
eat vegetables, man.
you better step it up. But listen, the definition of stress is the body's reaction to pressure from a certain situation or event. So the reactions can range from either physical, mental, or even emotional. Now, although stress is normally treated like a taboo, some stress can be beneficial. Some benefits including, but are not limited to, increased focus, more awareness, and in a few cases, increased strength and increased productivity. So, you know, like, definitely, like, you want to be as least amount of stress as possible, but realize that, like, if you are feeling stressed, like, that you could benefit from it. Like, certain situations, like if you're doing public speaking or you got to turn in a project for school and you know you already late, like, you know, that you're feeling that stress because you know you did wrong, or you, like, your body's getting into that there's a 3 F's. It's either fight, flight, or freeze. So either, you know, you're gonna fight, you're gonna come at this, whatever it is, head on, or you're gonna run. You know, that's the flight. You can act like a little scary baby, you know, you know, get on your way, or you just freeze up, and you know, those are people
Choke.
I mean, like, we're not here to make fun of nobody, but like, it is pretty funny. So, you know, you can hate us and love us, however you want to feel about it. But so yeah, with that's acute stress. When feeling stressed for a short period of time, it can usually be ignored, like when you're handling a project or publicly speaking. But it can be seen, yeah, helping your body, helping you through a tough situation. But what you should avoid or try to watch out for is chronic stress. Now, stress going on for far too long can have damaging effects on your physical, mental, and emotional health. Now, some of the warning signs, physical, can be headaches, trouble sleeping, muscle pain, digestive problems, change in your sex drive, high blood pressure. Those are just a couple of the things you might notice. Now, there's a wide array of variables that can take effect into like why this is going on with your body. So like, definitely, if you feel like there's an issue going on that you can't handle yourself, you should definitely see a health professional. Like, don't listen, yeah, like Sean said multiple times on our videos, like, we are not professionals. We're just a couple of guys that come out, do our own research, and see what helps us, what's worked for us, and then we want to share that with the public. So past that, it's like emotional, feeling you can't get things done, anxiety, moodiness, no motivation, or irritability. Like, you know, if you just wake up and you doing your thing, and then next thing you know, like, somebody says, oh, what's good morning to you, or whatever it is, and then you already upset, you already irritated, you just can't take it, and you feel like, oh, I just want to quit my job, I just want to run away, I just want to kill myself. Like, you know, like, there's some people dealing with suicidal feelings, but like at the end of the day, like, are you just hungry? Or, you know, are you going through something else? Are you stressed? Like, you know, make sure you have these outlets, have like positive people in your life, like a network. That's something we're going to touch on later when we're dealing with managing stress. So past that, yeah, recognize your stressors and how to avoid them. So like, if you come home every day and then like your mom's waiting for you in the living room and you know she's gonna come at you with some nonsense or whatever, like, figure out a way to get around her. Either go to a friend's house or whatever you gotta do that you can, you know, ease your stress levels. Because why does she get to stress you out, make you pissed off and all that, and then you go in your room and you cry and all that, and if she's having a good rest of her day, she's watching either, you know, what is it, Empire or some other show, you know, that don't even matter. And then another one is try not to take on too much and prioritize your goals. Like, I know that like in America's society, in America's climate, like, you know, it's all about busybodies and like who can do the most and who can make the most money. But like you also gotta like realize, like, is it worth your life? Like, are you really gonna are you gonna work so hard, work yourself into a grave and make all this money to where you can't even spend it, like, or enjoy it? You know, that's like the big contemplation with, at least me right now. It's like, I wanna, you know, I have these dreams, I have these goals that I set for myself, but like, is it worth like what I'm gonna miss out on? You know, the times, the people that I'm gonna, you know, not being able to spend like time with my closest friends, like I'd, you know, be working or just doing some other stuff or be gone somewhere because I'm chasing that bag. But like, you gotta really question, like, what is the bag? You know, what are you trying to secure in this life? So that's just, you know, food for thought. But
Absolutely.
Another thing is like, yeah, having a network of close friends. Some coworkers, some people say like you shouldn't have your friends as your coworkers, but I mean, that's up to you, and that you can go to when stress builds. You know, have a hobby or volunteer somewhere so it can be a good outlet for that extra energy that you have. Like, you know, I would say, like, speaking of outlets, like I would say like a physical one or a good one that you can get into is like kickboxing, exercising. You know, it's just an easy way for you to just build, like, you know, release some pent up stress, or like, you know, all that you got going on inside you that you just haven't found like a good way to get out. Because you can't be punching holes in walls. Like, I've known a couple homies that punch some holes in walls, and you just look at them and you're like, bro, like, that's your hole. Like, you know, like when a rat or a mice or lice, whatever, starts coming out of that hole, like, you gonna have to deal with that, bro. So
I kicked a hole in the wall once. Sorry, Mom. Yeah, that was me throwing the tantrum. I was about maybe, I don't know, 14, 15. But that's not how you deal with things, because that led to, you know, a world of pain. You know, you get, you know, and not even that, just the consequences. You know what I mean? Like, just the type of household that I grew up in, throwing tantrums like that and damaging property and merchandise, whatever it is. You know, that's just not how you deal with things. So I've never been one to just break stuff. Like, and if I did, I knew it was mine. I knew I paid for it. But at the end of the day, you just broke something. You know, you broke something that cost some money. But even apart from the money, you're giving into your anger so easily to the point where you know, the way that I've dealt with, especially resisting a temper tantrum, is just thinking about how would I look? How would you look at yourself? You know, as a fly on the wall. How embarrassing, how dumb would you look slamming things? As an adult especially. You know, as a child, like, obviously they let that slide because, oh yeah, you're you know, a child. They don't know any better. But as a grown man, especially as you grow older, it's like, man, anywhere out in public, you'd be like, man, that you a fool. You look like an idiot. Right. So really, just think about, how am I gonna look to other people? Is this how? Do I want to be the butt of everybody's joke? Like, oh yeah, we just get a rise out of him. He's gonna break stuff. He's gonna punch holes in walls. Because really, the way I've looked at people that do that just punch holes through walls, it's like you get angry so easily. And it almost puts a level of concern in that person's eyes. Like, man, that's how you be acting at home? Is that how I know you won't do that to my wall? How do I know you won't throw a tantrum at a store out in public? You know what I mean? It goes beyond just inner stress. It goes beyond, like, how is that going to affect other people? How are you going to look? And that could build up to something that could become way worse. That could lead to full-on anger issues. So yeah, me kicking a wall in, that was dumb. I've had my little, you know, rage moments where I might be playing a game, I keep losing, I'll punch my controller or something. But even then, I'm like, I'm being loud, I'm disturbing the peace. So I gotta think about others too. If I were by myself, like, yeah, it's okay to let out some frustration, but, you know, there's other ways to do that. But throwing tantrums, especially to the point where it's at the cost of breaking something, can't. It's nah. It's a bad look, especially for me. Just in my head, it's a real bad look for me. So I can't be throwing tantrums and throwing stuff and punching at people. If you're punching at somebody, it better be to defend yourself. It better be a good reason, because as a male of color, whatever, but just as a man, it's a different look when you're raging out. So there's just more expectations when it comes to, you know, behaving as a male. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your preference is, but it's a big societal construct. You know what I mean? Where if a guy were to just throw a tantrum, a lot of people would be like, yo, why is this guy raging out? Why is this dude acting like that? And often it would just look funny, you know? But really deep down, it's like, they might be harboring some stuff and they're just letting it out like that. It's probably not a good thing. So it takes a lot of self-help and self-awareness to be able to hold back and be like, I'm not gonna go off. And if I do, it'll be by myself. You know what I mean? I might scream in my car. You gotta let out your frustration somehow, whether it's through meditation, working out, boxing. You might punch a bag, but there's time and place for each thing. You know, just from my experience. So the way I was raised, you know, slamming doors, punching walls, especially with my upbringing, that's a no-no.
Yeah,
That's a no-no.
None of that was allowed either in my house. Like you closed doors quietly, you laid your little behind in the bed, and you laid there and you cried your little tears, and you kept quiet. You know, like maybe it wasn't the most emotionally healthy space, but at least, you know, you knew how to act like a human being. You know, that was the main thing I feel like that our parents was trying to teach us, is you got to know how to act in society. Because, like, you know, you might be having a horrible day, and like Sean, yeah, you did a really good job explaining this. Like, yeah, you might be having a horrible day, and then someone's just getting under your skin because either they know how to get under your skin, or they know you as that person that gets emotional and starts lashing out. And then, you know, the wrong person sees it, the cops get called, the cops get involved, and then you in jail. You know, it's that easy for your life to get ruined just over like a mishap or a misunderstanding. Like, there's so much miscommunication going on, like today, that's happened in the past, that's led to even bigger events. So like, don't let your life be ruined over some small events, some small time. Like, you got a lot of living to do. Like, a lot of people don't believe that, oh, I'm not gonna live past 30, I don't want to live past 30, this and that. Like, there's a lot of life to live, and like, don't waste it. You know, oh, I'm going YOLO, going wild out and all that kind of stuff. Like, nah, like, just keep it cool, keep it classy, you feel me? But yeah, back to the notes, stress management. You know, smoking and drinking can also make you anxious and, you know, increase your kind of like stress levels, kind of make you more like worrisome about like what's going on. Like, oh, I just spent this money on weed or a bottle or this, that. Now I got to start paying for this. But like, then you start thinking too much. And like, you know, sometimes we're our own biggest critics. So literally, you just got to take the time to like not even think about anything and just, you know, do. Like, the more you get done, and the less you got to worry about. So that's how I see it. So, I mean, with that, yeah, like we said before, a little exercise can do you wonders. So like a 15 to 20 minute walk 3 times a day. Like, you know, that's not even much. Like, if you have a dog already, you're already walking them. You can just set a timer, 8 minutes out and then 7 minutes back. That's 15 minutes already right there. So like, it's the little stuff that we could do to increase our own life, or like increase, you know, a better life and easier life for all of us together. And yeah, like Sean mentioned, meditation or other relaxation techniques, a good night's sleep, less caffeine in screen time, or less caffeine during the day, and less screen time at night. You know, pick you up a nice little book, you know, cuddle up under the covers, and, you know, just read a little bit. You know, just take the time. Like, I know some of y'all can't read because you stopped going to school at 3rd grade, but you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
So, and yeah, at the end of it, you know, write yourself a to-do list of what you got to get done the next day. Like, personally, that's my next move, is, you know, give me a little marker board. I'm gonna start marking my weeks and like, okay, this needs to be done this day, this needs to be done that day, and that's gonna help me increase, you know, get things done in my life, because I'm just kind of winging it as I go. Like, oh, wake up, get a call, what's this? Oh, I owe money, okay, let me pay them, and then, you know, go on and go forth. But like, it's easier to have all that under control. So, I mean, that's it for today's episode. We're glad to have your attention. We over here at Mission Beach, so if you can, get outside and enjoy the sunshine.
Yep. So
this is our day went well. As you can see, ours is going well. So we hope yours does too.
all right, peace.
Peace.